Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just picked up a Taxi and had to work on it. It wasn't working completely, it was missing some things. And so it's not in perfect shape. I'm going to this is one that's going in the queue to be completely redone. So you can see, here's some, for posterity, here's some damage to the playfield. And it's got missing plastics and some hacked up stuff and broken guides, and the ramps aren't pretty and the spin out lights don't work, and I haven't sorted that yet, but we'll get to all that. You can see this thing has lived a pretty good life. So let's talk about what's wrong. So I've already fixed the game, but you can see this display here. This was missing a bunch of digits. The main display was working okay. Oddly enough, some of these lights were just locked on. I don't know why that would be, but one of the common problems with System 11 games obviously is this battery. And one of the main problems was the soundboard was, I was getting some sounds, some of the background music, but I wasn't getting some of the mode music, etc. And so I typically would suspect this ribbon cable. And these can be installed improperly. You really have to pay attention to this red stripe and make sure new ribbon cables sometimes are swapped. They're swapped. Sorry, I got gloves on here because I've been working some dirty stuff. But essentially, these ribbon cables here are suspect a lot when you have sound problems, because it goes straight from the soundboard and all your inputs and outputs and stuff go through there. So a good chance. Also, you would suspect some sound ROMs. Game ROMs, the sockets, the chips themselves, but in this case I had everything. I had some sound but not all, so that tells me probably some input output from the board. Board was booting fine. I looked at the batteries, there's no battery acid damage, but I noticed this chip was, this is a PIA, and it was socketed. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Most system, whoops, I'm sorry, I stopped that recording. I said I don't think there's a socket there typically, so I suspected that right away, and I think on a visual inspection, again, I've put a new PIA in there, but in visual inspection I found this. Sorry, let me take a look here. So here is the suspect PIA. Now these ones on this card are good, but look at that. So someone had reused the PIA. It was just missing legs and it was completely corroded, likely a victim of the battery acid damage, right? Sorry, I'll get in there. But look at that crappy thing. Now my guess is that's why that was socketed. This thing at one point barfed. Someone came, fixed the socket, and then if I look in the coin box, which I just looked in there, you can see there's a battery down there that's barfed all over itself. So my guess is this thing had a problem at one point, and they kind of fixed it. They didn't replace the damaged chips. It just kept getting worse if you don't corral the corrosion. But you know what happened is these lights started working properly. I got all the sounds that I got, and there's honestly a flasher back here that wasn't working before that is now. So this is just a simple video to show you that oftentimes if you just do a visual inspection back here, that's what caught my eye. Those corroded chip, boy, you could really see them, you know, and you just kind of look your boards over, look for burnt spots, corrosion. Like these fuses will often go bad, or a diode that's busted open, or anything like that. Down here, typically in these games, you have general illumination issues on this board down here, and so visual inspection before you buy is a really good idea. So while I was fixing this thing, I thought I'd shoot a quick video and show you what I found. So there you go. Happy pinballing.